You are about to experience a heart attack. Welcome to Crowdfunding Comics' craziest new pitch show. This is Byron O'Neal, media editor for Comic Book Yeti. I always wonder if people get tired of hearing my voice on here. I hope not. Anyway, we're back for another episode of your mom's favorite rapid-fire crowdfunding comics question show, Heart Attack. Today, I'm grateful that Eastin, DeVerna, and Baird are joining me to talk about their dark fantasy project, A Guardian, funding for Volume 2 now on Kickstarter. Thank you both for taking the time to talk about the project today with me.
Thanks for having us here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've tried to fit multiple people into this weird 5-minute formatting, so I hope it goes well. Kind of to remind everybody, Eastin and Kay will have 5 minutes on the clock to answer rapid-fire questions about A Guardian designed to help entice you to back it. So, you both ready for this?
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into there. Pull up the clock. And go. Give me the elevator pitch for A Guardian.
Eastin?
Okay, sure, I'll take it. Okay. The Tomb of Livia has been guarded for centuries by Aylward, a stoic and mysterious guardian. A three-pronged war pulls him away from his duty for the first time in centuries, ushering in the beginning of the end times.
Okay, so you're funding the second volume here. Catch me up on the basics of where Volume 1 left off and where we're going in Volume 2.
Okay, so Volume 1 left off with Aylward, the titular character, the guardian of the Tomb of Livia, being drawn away from the tomb after we've introduced all of the other main players of the Grey Sphere. And so he's away from the tomb. It's unprotected for the first time in centuries. And one of our main characters is infiltrating it. And no one except for the line of kings is supposed to go in there because all hell will break loose if that happens. So that's where we left off in Volume 1, and then hell starts to break loose in Volume 2.
All right. Okay, let's get you in here. Describe the artwork for the series.
Well, I like high fantasy artwork, and I like things that are really colorful. It's kind of a mix of that dark fantasy with a lot of bright color palettes.
What's the hardest thing you've had to draw on this so far?
I had the idea.
Right,
I had the idea for a fight scene. We have this blood knight who's made of magic and fire, and he comes in on this giant horse. And I was like, okay, but what if the horse had 6 legs, and then I just had to deal with the consequences of my own actions?
Because there's one thing artists like drawing, it's horses, right? Especially with 6 legs.
I've heard that's a nightmare. So, who's the target audience for the book?
Really anyone who loves character-driven stories. First of all, it is a fantasy story, but it's epic and dark, but we focus mainly on character in this story to drive things forward. That's the kind of stories we like telling. But really anyone who likes like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, First Law trilogy, that kind of stuff, really. High fantasy genre for sure. Yeah.
Is it suitable for an all ages or a YA designation?
No.
No.
That was definitive. So.
Yeah, it's a bit dark at points. Yeah.
What's the buy-in that makes your fantasy world unique and different?
Ooh.
What do you think, Kay?
I think Eastin and I both have a lot of really unique ideas, and it's been a very highly collaborative experience, so it's not really driven by one person. So we've kind of taken everything we really liked, and then they'll kind of mix together into something that we couldn't have come up with on our own. And it's resulted in a lot of really cool environments, cool character ideas, cool creature ideas. And I think that really shows.
So how did you meet and decide, let's tackle a fantasy world?
How did we meet? I think I just reached out to you one day, right, Kay?
Yeah.
I think maybe you did like a portfolio day or Visible Woman or one of those things. I saw your art and I loved it. And I had the story and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be absolutely perfect. And I pitched it to Kay and luckily she liked the idea.
Where did the name come from?
Two things. So I got the idea thinking about like playing video games or reading fantasy stories where there's always a guardian that is an obstacle for the hero to get past, to move to the plot, to find what's in the tomb or the cave or whatever. And I was thinking, like, what is there more to this Guardian than just like being a sort of MacGuffin for the hero or obstacle for the hero to get past? And then I was kind of playing with, his name is Elward. So I did A dot Guardian. So kind of like iRobot, but a Guardian, like little in the fantasy realm of things. So it's just kind of like a little play on words and very directly related to where the idea came from.
Okay, a little over 30 seconds left. What were some of your influences and or inspirations behind it?
Go ahead, Kay.
So visually, I always kind of go back to the same things. I really like those 80s fantasy cartoons, like the original Hobbit, The Last Unicorn, those sorts of things. Mm-hmm. And the story, I felt, especially with the Iron Giant inspiration, I felt really drawn to that kind of aesthetic. So I went there and drew from a lot of that for the visuals.
Okay. Are we done with the story at the end of volume 2?
Nope. One more volume going after that. It's a big book.
Boom. Okay. Time's up. 5 minutes. So that's a heart attack. How did you guys feel?
Oh, man, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I must have sounded like, in the beginning when you asked for so first of all, I am terrible at log lines and elevator pitches. I hate them so much because I feel like it's so hard to distill such a big story into like a 1 or 2 sentences. I'm just never good at them. And so I'm like,
you did a good job.
Good. I tried. And people put you on a spot at cons too. Like, so pitch me your book. I don't really like doing that. I'm like, well, it's a fantasy story. You kind of look through it, see if you like it. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not that type of like salesman pitching when it comes to my stuff. I don't really do well with that.
It's a necessary evil of the genre, I guess.
It is. Yeah.
Well, sorry to put you too much on the spot, but hey,
no, look, this is what I was hoping for. Like, it was fun. It was fast. Like, we had to think, and I think we had a pretty good back and forth. I like it.
Yeah, that was super fun. I like that a lot.
That's my new quote. We had a thing. We're going to go with that. That's my pitch for the show. We got a thing.
We had a thing.
Well, where can people go to back it?
Right now it's on Kickstarter. So if you go to search and just type in _Guardian, it will come up. And if you follow us on social media, it's in my pinned tweet. The link is there. And pretty much that's all I'm tweeting about for the next 3 weeks. So anything that you see me write about, we'll have the link in there. But yeah, it's on Kickstarter. We were featured on their Taking Off and Fresh Favorites. We just got Project We Love. Nice. So yeah, it's over there. Hopefully you can find it easily enough. Yeah.
You echoed it. Where can we both find you online so people can see this constant pitching for the next couple of weeks?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter just at Eastin DeVerna, just my name. And then I'm also on Instagram at EPD85. And Instagram's a little bit of a blend of my comics work or writing work and like some family stuff and like my garden. But I haven't had a lot of time to take pictures of my garden lately, so I need to catch up there. And
pictures of you swinging around a very large piece of metal.
Oh, the mace. Yeah. I haven't even had a lot of time to work out with that. It's a ton of fun. I love that.
Kay, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at HijackedK. You can also find me on TikTok and Twitter at Oni Sugar, ONI Sugar. I have an Etsy shop if you like cute art, stickers, Monster Hunter, that sort of thing.
It's awesome. It's really cool stuff.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for joining me on the show today. Hopefully it wasn't too painful.
It was awesome. I loved it.
It was really fun.
It was a great time.
Great first experience.
I feel like my adrenaline is still pumping.
now you need another show where you just like come down, just like an hour and 15 minutes.
Like some lo-fi in the background.
There you go. Well, I hope everyone takes a look at A Guardian on Kickstarter, and I hope we've given people enough of a reason to go check it out and back it today. Make sure to like and subscribe us so you can get notifications when we do it again. Let us know if you like the format. This is Byron O'Neal on behalf of all of us at Comic Book Yeti. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Comic Book Yeti YouTube channel and this episode of Heart Attack. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.